Hello everybody, welcome back to another All Maverick reaction where we are continuing to watch through the first series of Wheel of Time. This week we're on episode 7, which is The Dark Along the Way. I'm Alan, as ever I'm joined by Jez and Tom.
Hello, hello. Excited for this,
Ready for this one?
Yeah, I think this is the most excited I've been for an episode.
Wishing it was a longer series, but you know, I can only go with what's been put in front of us.
Yep, 2 episodes to go, including this one. So, super quick recap of last episode. All I'm going to say really is our group, our kind of fellowship got brought back together along with our Ogier sort of builder. And they have travelled through like a waypoint kind of thing into, we don't quite know where, another part of the land, another part of the world, to go and try and defeat the Dark One.
Was it the Eye of the World they went to?
Oh, the Eye of the World,
yeah,
yes,
it was,
quite possibly, yeah. So, and at the very end, it looked like Matt had chosen to stay behind. So, I think that's all I'm going to say about that one. I just want to get into this. Are you guys good to go?
Oh, I'm ready.
Yes.
Right, okay, so here we go. Time for The Dark Along the Ways. That's along the ways. They're going through the ways, aren't they? It makes sense. Right, let's do this.
Oh, it's one of these people. He's got his mask up as well.
Yeah. It's the High Heels.
Ailman. Yeah. Ailman.
Ailman.
One of the gingers.
It's a Weasley.
Yeah.
Or is it female? It's female.
It's female.
Yeah. Oh shit, pregnant as well. Fuck. Fucking hell.
Not good at it.
Probably not.
She's badass though, isn't she? Look at this.
Oh,
Never wear a cape.
Yeah. Oh, in the face. Ooh.
There's some great shots here.
Oh, you too.
Fucking hell.
Don't fuck with these guys, apparently.
Even when they're pregnant though, look.
Yeah. Oh, that was full on 300, that was.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
God, I thought she was going to get hit there. Got to be on the side of the pregnant lady, haven't you?
Oh, a very slow stabbing. Just gonna have this baby in a minute.
These slow-mos are awesome. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
It's all gone a bit red wedding.
Now she's pissed.
Oh.
Oh, baby's dead though, isn't it? Surely. That's a big fucking dagger.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
It's not looking good.
Shit, was she actually in labour?
Well, that's what I said. I think the baby was coming.
Yeah. That's got to be dead, surely, the baby, isn't it? Or is it not?
Oh, fuck. I'm in a bit of a situation here, mate.
Yeah, like, have a little bit of fucking mercy, surely.
Oh, look. There's the... Was that a heron on the sword there? Again.
Couldn't really tell.
Oh, do you reckon it's Rand's dad?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Is that Rand?
That's Rand.
That's Rand, isn't it?
I was wondering that before if it was going to be Rand's mum, but now that makes more sense, right? The heron on the sword and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But at least we know Rand's come from some sort of, like, warrior.
Well, I think they're all warriors, aren't they, really? It seems like. Well, I'm sure they're not all warriors.
She's pretty badass, though, taking out, like, 6 people whilst in labour.
Might have even been more than that, I think.
Yeah.
The ginger ninjas.
The ginger ninja.
One wrong step and you plummet into a void which knows no end, or worse.
There's something worse than falling into a bottomless pit.
Oh yes.
It's alright, Lou. We understand.
That's cool.
We're in like the Upside Down.
It does look a bit like the Upside Down, doesn't it?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you all got fucked.
What, What's that, like a skinny trollop?
Oh,
Oh, what the fuck? Is that?
Was that traveller guy?
I thought it looked a bit like Matt.
Yeah, I thought it was Matt. This is going to be you shall not pass moment.
We need to stop referencing Lord of the Rings, don't we?
Don't you die, Lan.
He's not going anywhere.
There he is. Good.
Oh,
Go on, Moiraine.
You lost Matt, and now you lose the others one by one until you have nothing anymore.
Oh, there you go.
You can't protect me.
Don't do it.
Fucking hell.
get fucked.
She's insane powers, isn't she?
Oh, into the desert.
Fucking hell, that was intense.
Short guy with the eye patch,
Aisha.
that's a gangster.
On behalf of Lord Agelmar, I welcome you back to Faldara.
Welcome home, you bloody great bastard.
Told you.
Is this where he came from?
Well, that's what he said, didn't it? How long has it been since you've walked through this gate? So obviously he's, you know, it's somewhere. If he's not from, he's at least frequented a lot, hasn't he? Is he going to be like a relative, do you think, of like the...
Oh, like a brother or...
Yeah.
Your presence warms me, Daishan.
Her hair's definitely changed colour, I swear.
So her hair changed
I
colour.
offended you.
It's lighter,
Like
isn't it?
they came out of that
Lighter.
white gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
light when she used the power, it did it before, didn't it?
The Borderlands have
Oh,
a long
yeah,
history
yeah,
of
yeah.
mutual support with the White Tower.
I knew it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. You're
He's
right.
definitely the baddie.
He has got some fucking swagger.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking, wasn't it there? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's gotten into you?
I could have sworn I just saw Padden Fane walk past us.
The peddler. Heron.
Did a good job to remember his name.
Padden Fane's dead.
I guess. Oh no, they used to see him,
He was
didn't they?
there
He
on
wasn't.
well-timed
It wasn't like a
controls.
first visit, was it?
She doesn't know that. Why did she say that?
What did she say? That he's dead?
Said he was dead,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's like, he died because the Trollocs came and attacked. It's like, well,
Well time.
You actually saw him
Did you see
leave
him
before
die?
that, yeah. And we saw him in the city. White Tower. Yeah, look, her hair's getting darker. Is it? Yeah.
yeah. It was.
It's quite clever. It's
Brown.
quite good that they do that.
But whichever of you goes to the eye of the world and is not the dragon, you will die there.
She tells
Ground
us
to
that now.
dust between two forces of nature.
Fuck me. Sounds painful.
What if none of us are the dragon? What if it is Matt?
Come on.
Hasn't got a lot of faith in Matt.
Why couldn't it be him?
Here it comes.
You've never thought much of him, have you?
Rand.
You never gave him a chance.
Same.
Well, maybe his family or whatnot aren't anyone particularly, you know, special within
Yeah.
you know, I mean, obviously special to him, but not special within a higher class kind of.
Hello.
Yeah.
What the
fuck?
fuck?
It's just.
Following me. I don't think you could rightly call this tracking.
What just happened?
Did you just run out the back
You're just
door?
going to stand there.
So you can invite her in.
Or do you plan to come in?
Stealth as fuck.
Yeah.
Sneak round on her like that. Jesus.
I'm so confused.
He did a full Batman. Well, he just like zipped out there, didn't he, some way?
This is Nynaeve.
Let Nynaeve sit down. Please.
He's the happiest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just thinking. Love him already.
Thank you. It smells delicious.
I kind of think like characters that are that too happy just going to get killed off at some point.
Thank you for keeping my Daishan safe.
Oh, the awkward bit.
Should we do it then?
That's how you wooed me, Tom.
Including me tonight.
Good night.
Oh, Lan. Wow.
Because I think she should go see her friends and make sure they haven't killed each other.
She walks in, there's just blood up the walls. Oh,
Fuck.
That's some serious scarage. Oh, she's back.
You're like, fuck off.
I waited in my room for an hour for you to come and apologize.
Oh.
Shut up.
Oh, I've had enough of this.
Why did he call you Daishan?
It's a title
Oh.
given to future kings of Markia.
No.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
I'll get you there. I'll get you to Nynaeve.
Ah, we didn't see this, did we?
No.
That was...
Carrie? Carrie, it was so hot. I didn't mean to find her there, but I had to get away. Up the mountain.
Where's he going?
Into the snow. He was crying. Dad, he was so tiny. What are you talking about?
That door is made of iron. 3 men your size can break it down.
Oh, there we go.
Let's see the power.
That mountain. I think I've seen it before.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they joined together. There we go.
Yeah.
It's you. You've always known it's you, deep down. No matter how fast or how far you run, you cannot escape your fate. You are the Dragon Reborn. You are the Dragon Reborn.
It's me.
She's like, oh, okay.
Moiraine lost our bond.
Oh, they left.
I don't understand.
They left in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
She left.
By herself.
Nope.
Rand.
Oh, look at this place. That's a creepy ass looking forest.
It is, isn't it?
How weird are those trees? They're almost like grown down upon themselves. Wow, look at that.
It's pretty cool.
Jesus.
That definitely looks like a blight.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was The Dark Along the Ways. So we're going to take a moment, then we're going to come back in and we're going to have a chat about this episode and everything that went on. And there was quite a lot of stuff, as is usually the case with Wheel of Time. Okay, so that was The Dark Along the Ways, episode 7 in Wheel of Time, season 1. 1 episode left to go. Before we go into the rundown of the episode, how was that episode for you guys? Did you enjoy it?
Oh,
as ever, there was a lot in there, right?
Yeah, I've enjoyed every one. I don't think there's not been a bad episode, has there?
I don't think so.
No.
Not so far. There was a lot of love in the air in this episode as well.
Yes.
But we'll go into that in a minute. What did you think of this one, Tom?
Well, yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's all setting up for the last episode.
I know, yeah. Well, the last one set up for this one, didn't it? And this one's really kind of pushing things along for the next one.
Mm-hmm. Don't think it was my favourite, but it was good. There was nothing wrong with it.
I'd be interested to know, actually. I was thinking this as the episode went on. Obviously, we know there's like 12 or 13 books in the Wheel of Time series. What I don't know is if this is the whole of the first book. If this goes... It feels like, from like a narrative perspective, like how things have been paced out, it feels like we would be getting toward the end of a book at this point. You know, like... where it's going, and like the things we're starting to find out back. But I don't know that. If that's something in the comments below, not really a spoiler, but let us know. Are we reaching what would be the end point of book 1 effectively? Are we halfway through book 1? Have we gone already past the end of book 1? I doubt that's the case, but I'd be interested to know just how they're pacing out the series to books, because obviously Game of Thrones was all like 1 book per series, wasn't it, to start? Okay. So let's dive in and talk a little bit more about some of the details. I think the first thing we should obviously talk about is that big old battle scene right at the beginning.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
cool.
Nice for us to see. We've said a little bit a few times throughout that Rand has felt like one of the characters who we've seen the least about, really.
Yeah.
So this was a very Rand-centric episode.
Yeah.
Which was nice to see. So yeah, obviously we got to see Rand's mum fighting and proving why these Ailmen are such like feared fighters. I mean, she took out what do we say? At least 6 to 8 soldiers without whilst basically giving birth. So yeah, we also then obviously found out that obviously when we saw that soldier, we were like, oh, that's gonna be Rand's dad. And then of course that was confirmed later on in the episode when the bartender then said that obviously when she'd been a child, she'd seen this soldier in the streets with the baby and stuff back at
Tarvalon.
Tarvalon. You're so good at remembering the names.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking.
This is your great. In my head, Tom, you've got a big chart on the wall in front of you that's just got all the names and stuff written on it, like some kind of like detective investigation board.
Oh, I just remember unnecessary things that aren't going to help me.
Well, Tom, it's helping us right now.
Yeah, it's very important this moment in time, Tom.
Sweet.
Yeah. So let's go on, Tom.
Well, I was going to say I guess the most important question from that is who is Rand's dad? Is he related to that old dragon in any way, or what?
No, I just think he's just a soldier. Yeah, I just think he's a soldier.
Yeah, he's just a soldier, right? Yeah. Because sorry.
It's real dad. Oh yeah, sorry.
Who's his real dad? I don't think so. It feels to me that like whoever is the Dragon Reborn, like the Wheel of Time and the way that, they talk about how the Wheel of Time moves. I don't think it feels like you'd get reincarnated into somebody within your own family. It's just a reincarnation anywhere, because otherwise it'd be quite not easy, but I feel like you'd have a starting point for where to find.
Yeah, you just be holding down the lineage, wouldn't you? Just be going down all of the whoever the dad was. And
I don't know.
Okay, well, here's a little bit for that then. Oh, go on, Tom.
Well, no, I was going to say I think his dad's going to be important, and we'll come back at some point.
I don't think so.
I'm
going to say I don't think so. I don't think we'll ever see the dad or know anything about the dad.
I love how Tom always sits on the other side of the. I mean, I don't know about this one, but I love how you two always have completely different opinions.
It's good.
Okay, well here's a bit then. This kind of ties into the ending and the whole reveal of Matt deciding that he is the dragon. Okay,
Rand.
Sorry, I keep saying Matt. Rand deciding he was the dragon, but I still think that we're going the right way of.
They're all linked.
Them all being part of that they're all part of the dragon, because him saying he is the dragon is not technically untrue, right? Like it's just maybe they are all the dragon, like we've been saying.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about?
No, I still think they're all linked, and I think they've got all different abilities which kind of link together, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like joining up. Morphin time.
Well, the bartender even said there was something that was kind of joining.
Yeah,
didn't she?
They
she
said they're all linked. But what I don't understand is Moiraine has made a comment before about how there might be more than one and how it could be all of them, and obviously from what the bartender said about them all being linked, but then she's then gone off with
the many-headed dragon.
Yeah, but then she's then gone off with Rand on her own. But I don't know whether she's. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. What do you think, Tom? Any thoughts?
Well,
Tom's laughing.
I mean,
Tom's good.
He went there and said it's me. The seer kind of was like, she kind of implied it was him. I don't know. Maybe there's just something going on in Two Rivers. That
Moiraine seems too clever for someone to turn up to the door and go, "I'm the dragon." She'd go, "All right then, let's go."
But then why would she go off without him and just leave the rest?
This is what I don't know. There might be another game to play here. I don't know. It's what I mean. I think she's too clever to. I don't think she'd just taken his word for it. I wouldn't have thought anyway.
I think we always knew he was going to be the most important one.
I think we said first episode.
From the off, didn't we? We thought he was going to be the lead, which was why we were surprised when he's felt like the one who's had the least to do throughout.
Yeah, but they saved it till the end.
Yeah.
It always happens.
Yeah.
Fuck knows, I don't know.
Does it?
We'll find out.
I
don't know. Frodo was pretty important at the beginning of Lord of the Rings, wasn't
he? He's pretty important throughout. So was Luke Skywalker.
So was Luke Skywalker, yeah.
Who is Padan Fane. Because we've obviously seen him pop up a few times now. We saw him in the Ways, well spotted by Tom. Because when I first saw it, I thought they were seeing a flash of Matt in there.
I thought it was Matt for a brief second until Tom said.
But no, you were... Yeah, spot on. So who is this guy? Like, what is the truth? Because he's got some serious swagger.
Do you know what I've been wondering? I started wondering during that episode when we saw him in the market, we saw him in the Ways. I was like, I mean, I don't think it's true, but I was thinking to myself, like, do you think he's been in every episode, but we haven't seen him?
Maybe.
Like, he's been there watching them the whole time, but we've just missed it most times.
That could, I mean, yes, maybe. That could, I mean, there's many places he could have popped up in these things. Some of them may be harder than others, but I would be interested to know that, because that'd be a really interesting...
I think people could let us know that in the comments, couldn't they, if we've missed it somehow.
Don't let us know who he is, though. Is he just another one of these, like, friends of the Dark One, or whatever they said about that bartender? You know, the woman who was turned out to be evil in the other episode. Is he like that? Is he got more power than that? Is he...
I think so. I mean, he could use the Ways. The Trolloc could use the Ways. He turned up at Two Rivers the same day the Trollocs turned up at Two Rivers. Yeah. So I think he's just a friend of the Dark One, or whatever they were called. And
he's some kind of... He's in with the...
Yeah,
he wants
some
to
sort
be,
of ally, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's cool. I'm looking forward to learning more about his power. We obviously got to see Rand use some of his power in the Ways as well to, like, defeat the Trolloc. Oh, now I thought that it was a combined power that they were using there, like between Rand and Egwene.
Yeah, what was your theory on that one, Adam? What did you think then?
Well, obviously, first of all, we were supposed to think that it was Egwene that was using the power when we first saw it. But then I thought, when we went back, I thought it was almost like a coming together of both of their powers, which, again, if you remember, we saw the way that in the very first episode, like, Lan and Moiraine could combine their powers together, and, but it would also back up that theory more that they're all
linked,
the dragon.
Yeah, because I thought I saw on the flashback when the barmaid, sorry I forgot her name, was
I don't think we ever
going
knew
through it. It was you did see the white channeling power of Egwene, but then he went in to protect her, and it went black. So it was almost like he was joining powers, and like kind of almost it was a big boost. I did see. I'm sure I saw the white first. I definitely saw her white power first.
But what I'd heard was, and what I've seen in the comments that people have been leaving, is that the black power isn't the men's power. The black power is like the madness that contaminates the white power.
Oh, it definitely went white to black.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to go back and have another look at that. And who's to know that that's definitely the same way that the TV series is going to interpret it as the book, What are your thoughts on that one there, Tom?
I wasn't so sure at first. Like, I thought it was just him using the power. But thinking about it, it's like, if it was just him, Egwene would have been like, wow, how did you do that? Like, you did. Yeah. She would have made a comment on it, surely. So, yeah, it must have been some sort of combination, or I'm not really sure.
So that was interesting to see. I was about to bring up something else, but we'll come to that when we get there. So once we escape from there, we're not going to go. We are spending a lot of time on these things, but we're not going to go this in depth in everything. Once we escaped out of the Ways. Actually, one other thing that I really wanted to mention really quick there is we didn't see Matt, but we know that Moiraine asked the sister who had been studying at the White Tower to contact the White Tower and basically ask the Reds to go and track down Matt. Yeah. So that's going to be... She's obviously worrying about the threat that Matt is, right, to be saying send the Reds after.
Yeah, because they're just going to do him in straight away, aren't they? So yeah.
So that's going to be, obviously, I assume, like an interesting direction where we're going to see Matt go from here. The next thing I wanted... Oh, sorry, what were you going to say?
Sorry, I was just going to say, like... Because the message is going to come from Moiraine, and if it goes direct to Leandrin, or Leandrin knows it comes from Moiraine, is she going to be like, ignore her? Like...
I don't know, because I think she's always well up for going and gently going, isn't she?
Yeah.
So who knows? Especially if she thinks it's actually somebody, because she's already very suspicious of all the people that Moiraine was traveling with last episode. Remember, she already had tabs on them all, didn't she? She was like, you bought this person and this person.
Yeah, and although there's a power struggle, they still have the common goal, don't they? So I don't. Yeah, I think if there was someone that could be a potential risk, I think she'd want to go and fuck them up.
Yeah, well, she'd like to be able to say that she stopped like the evil dragon and whatnot. So once we eventually reached the city, I made a comment that was about that. Oh, maybe Lamb was supposed to be the king. It was supposed to be someone important there. We then very quickly that felt like it got shot in the head. But then it came back up to actually be a thing later on. So
just the wrong city.
Just the wrong city. So we found out. Yeah, so they were in Faldara, but we found out that Lan should have been the king of Melsier, but Melsier fell to the blight. And I think that's been spoken about a bit before, but we're still taking so much of these details in, out of context. These things are hard to hold on to. I don't think we obviously didn't know about Lan's heritage, but I think we knew that his home had fallen. I thought it was really nice that we got that moment before we found out all the stuff about Lan, but we just got to see him with his family, I'll say, and obviously using the term family loosely, as it was like
it's his family, isn't it?
Yeah. But that was a nice little moment. He's like super happy stepdad.
Yeah.
Who was just saying, "Oh, she's gorgeous," talking about Nynaeve.
It just reminded me slightly too when you had Moraine's scene. I forgot her name in the last episode when they were able to let their guard down and just be happy together. And
the
yeah. It kind of it was kind of that was his happy space, and he could relax and not worry about things, and and actually kind of open up, right, and invited Nynaeve to come in and join them and eat with them, and it was nice to see him not having to be. Actually, one thing that even there that you say is we talk about him letting his guard down. A few episodes back, obviously the Logain episode, we saw them all sat around the fireplace. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
All the other warders were all being very playful, but he was still quite reserved. And this is the first time when he was talking to the little girl. He's like, "Oh, have you ever fought any trunks?" He's like, "Yeah, they were massive." So you really saw him kind of just be him, which was nice to see. And then, of course, we eventually got the reveal that he, as we say, should have been king of the fallen city.
Yeah.
So,
after a night with Nynaeve.
It's nice to learn. After a night with Nynaeve, also, the man's got a lot of scars.
Yeah, I know. He looks.
Yeah. He's done a lot.
Did you think those were? Do you think those were fighting scars, or because to me I thought they looked like scars from a whip. Because they ran up his back, some of them kind of lashed around his arms.
I just partly thought are they too brutal? I know, like being whipped and stuff, it could be fucking horrendous. But
they were very.
Part of me didn't know if he like tortured or. I know what you mean. I think they were too. Almost like the way they were placed seemed too good to be wounds from battle. But they were fucking horrible wounds, whatever they were.
They look like lashings to me.
With a big fucking with a big rope, whatever it was.
Yeah. I don't know if that's important or not. It's maybe it's just to show the guys.
Yeah, I think that's what. I don't think so. I think they're just showing he's been through a lot.
But no, it was nice to see him be able to have that moment with Nynaeve, because obviously they've had that kind of sexual tension between them for it's pretty much since they first met, really. So no, it was nice to see that character development.
Well, those two were the two characters that were the most like set in their own ways, or quite stoic in a way. I guess
they're also very against each other at first, weren't they? Like, she pulled that knife on him in that other episode after they left the city, and
like they both knew what they wanted in everywhere that they've been, and they're both, I guess, like you said, quite reserved, but they did what they had to do. So I don't want to say they were opposites, but they were quite different at first, and
different but similar, I guess, in that way, right? Where sometimes that's the people who you have the most standoffishness with, isn't it? The people that are most like yourself. But I think they appreciate the same things in each other.
I think they both know that they can't be together, but they also can be companions to each other.
Mm-hmm. That was part of it that came out, right? That Nynaeve was saying that you basically, you're a king without a city, you're a king without a kingdom, a son without a family, someone without,
Well,
and,
he's pretty much with Moiraine in terms of that bond, but then she can't.
But then he said
she can't marry or anything because of the wisdom, faith or whatever that she's attached to. But it doesn't mean that they can't be companions in some way. Yeah.
And that actually led into a little bit of something, the other romance that we saw playing off this episode being Rand and Egwene, where they sort of rekindled their relationship. And Rand basically saying if she wanted to go to the White Tower and become an Aes Sedai, he would be her warder. So that was an interesting little element in there as well. I don't think that's going to be the way that this is going to go, but it was interesting.
I think she's going to die.
You think she's going to die?
Yeah, they just had that scene, so you'd be like, oh, they're in love again, and then something bad's going to happen.
Now, if this was The Walking Dead, she would definitely die. Because anytime someone got a scene like that in The Walking Dead, dead.
True.
But no, it was, again, it was nice to get to see these little moments and this kind of calm before whatever comes in the next episode. The other main point that I wrote down was obviously the bartender, right? And Moiraine asking her what she could see in the people. So I did note down what she said. We saw yellow eyes and blood on Perrin.
Yeah.
We saw Rand with a baby. We saw the white. Now we saw both of those, and you mentioned this in the episode, Tom, that we actually got to see the yellow-eyed side and blood with Perrin. We got to see the Rand holding this baby. She then mentioned a white flame and a ring of gold for the other two, but we didn't get to see
who was who,
which related to who. Any speculations or any idea about what any of that could mean? I'm
no idea.
Pretty stumped on myself, but I thought it's an interesting thing to mention.
I don't.
Tom, you need to make an outlandish claim here. This is what people have come here for.
Okay. Well,
the elephants go in 2 by 2.
Whoever the White Flame is the most powerful channeler that there's ever been.
Okay.
And the gold ring.
So you think that could be Nynaeve, her one?
Well, I don't know, unless it's we haven't seen Egwene use her full powers, maybe.
Yep.
And
what's the ring of gold, Tom? Is it a wedding ring, Tom? Is someone getting married? Is it?
Is that Rand and Egwene getting married and having a baby?
Yeah.
Nah.
Feels like that's.
Is that too obvious? Is that too obvious?
Tom just goes, nah. Now, imagine that. That would be a bit trite,
it would be.
If they were seeing everything about you and like, you've got this power, you're getting married. Lucky you,
Rand,
settle down.
Rand, you're going to be the stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, exactly. Rand's going to be the stay-at-home dad. So, but no, I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of like theories on that, but I just felt like it was an interesting and important bit of the episode, especially, and we've already spoken about it in this summary. Maybe even just as important is talk about the fact that they could see this bond between them all. That there was something there connecting them.
Is it like, I don't know, the one with Rand was a bit weird about him having like holding the baby. Is it almost like, because I don't know, was it almost to signify what his dad did for him, and like the baby was him in a way? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, at first, because it felt like I didn't feel like the baby was meant to be
Rand, no,
him, but maybe it was. Maybe the tie there was like, maybe this was what you meant, Tom, that she saw the baby because she had seen years before Rand's dad carrying the baby. I don't know, and it's kind of like that reinformed her that was the same person. I don't know, like, could be completely unrelated, could be linked to him as a baby. I'm not sure. This is one of those bits that I feel like you need to go and watch again, right? Like to get the full feel for it.
And it had all the sparks and stuff in the background.
Yeah, and that's the important thing I think as well. There, looking at the way that there was that almost like, as you say, almost like that starlight between them all.
Definitely something to go back and watch again, I think.
They all are, right?
Yeah,
These
definitely.
Are all to go
definitely
back
a series again to rewatch.
So I guess the only last thing to talk about there is where the episode winds up. We get to see Moiraine and Rand sneak off under the cover of darkness and make their way through the Blight. The Blight looked really cool.
Look cool.
Like,
yeah.
it's not what I imagined from a Blight, but you can see why you would call it one, because those kind of stooped over, almost arachnid trees were just covering. They just covered everything.
Yeah,
didn't they?
it looked terrifying to walk through. Yeah,
yeah, for sure. What you could see
skull
was like a
was
body
consumed into it.
wasn't it? There's like a skull. Yeah. So that was cool. I mean, I'm going into the next episode. I really don't know what to expect.
No,
I'm presuming the rest of the team are going to go after him. Is one thing I do presume it will happen. Is the rest of the team, because they all pretty much agreed that they were going to go to the. Yeah. They were going to go and face it. Well, I think they're going to go after him, and maybe Rand isn't the. It's my prediction. They'll, if they get there, maybe Rand isn't on his own, and they'll all turn up and just right at the end to save the day.
Yeah,
it does feel like a big chance to have taken, right? As we mentioned earlier, to have just gone with Rand, especially when, and actually this was a note that I mentioned earlier on, but we didn't talk about. Egwene has always been the most like, let's get shit done out of them all. Like we saw it last episode, she was the first one through that gate, through the way gate. This one, she was the first person to basically say, "I'm going."
Yeah.
So is it just is Moiraine one? Got some kind of other plan. 2, worried about other people dying and not wanting to risk all of their lives. 3, just doesn't believe Rand that he is the Dragon Reborn. I don't know. I also don't know especially why she wouldn't, take Lan with her as well. Like, is it just that she's worried?
I have a lot of faith in Moiraine, so whatever she's decided, I think will be right.
I think you're blind to your faith, Jeremy.
He's like Egwene, he just follows everything she says.
I'll just follow Rosamund Pike around.
Yeah, all right. Stop creeping on her.
I think it's weird how she didn't. It's not that she just left Lan. He said
no. She actually blocked him from seeing where she was.
He said she masked our bond, so he had no idea she was going. I mean, obviously they know where she's gone, but it's like. Yeah, did she do it just to protect them and she believes Rand?
You know what? We've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Do you know what it's a bit like?
No.
It's a bit like Lord of the Rings when Frodo and Sam go off to try and take the ring and leave the Fellowship at the end of the first book and split away to go to Moria by themselves. They don't risk anybody else's lives. It's definitely got a bit of that.
Either way, I can't wait to find out. Need to.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings comparisons are all meant in a good way. None of them meant as bad. If you can be compared to the Lord of the Rings, you're doing something right.
It's gonna
be cool.
They're all. Matt's gonna fight the Dark One. They're all gonna be.
Okay. Oh wait. Here we go. Wait a minute, Tom. Tell us right now what's happening next episode. Sum it up.
It's like Jeremy
Tell us all the
was
exciting
saying,
things.
So you want me to go through the whole episode? So
no, not the whole episode. Just give us the boots. What's going to happen? Give us your mad assumptions, Tom. What's happening?
Well, they're gonna get there. They're gonna find the Dark One. It's gonna be Pedamphane, and they're gonna fight him. And then Rand's gonna struggle, and he's gonna almost die, and we're gonna be like, oh no, he's almost dead. And then the others are gonna come in. They're gonna go. Like that, and they're gonna fight it,
hold on, you think that?
Why did I let you?
You think the Dark One's Pedamphane?
Yeah,
I do now.
Does,
He's just wandering around the city. Why would he not? Why would they be going? The Dark One's locked up, isn't he?
He's hiding. He's hiding in plain sight.
Tom, Jez, don't try to understand these mad ramblings of Tom. Go on, Tom. And then they're gonna go pew, pew, pew.
And then get the lightsabers.
And then they're all gonna celebrate. And then at least 2 of them are gonna die.
And want to tell us which 2? Gonna take a punt?
I don't think any are going to die. I think they're 2 all important at the moment.
Egwene's gonna die.
I agree. Okay, Egwene's gonna die.
And
anyone else?
Lan's gonna die.
Lan's gonna die. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm gonna let your rambling stop right here, Tom. I've remembered why in our podcast we don't let you ramble. Well. Anyone else got anything else they want to cover, or we good?
I think we are good. Can't wait for the
7?
next episode. We've got Christmas coming up, so
yeah, I was
going to be a
say
bit
that. Yeah,
slight break, isn't there?
Yes, yeah, there will be a slight break before episode 8 releases, but don't worry, we will be covering it. It's just going to be a slightly longer gap than usual, whilst we take a little bit of a well-deserved rest during the Christmas period. But stick with us, we will be back with it afterwards. If you've got any ideas for shows that you'd like us to check out next, or ones you think we should go and watch, please let us know. Obviously, we're coming towards the end of Wheel of Time, but we'd love to do some more shows that you all enjoy.
Not The Witcher Season 2, because I'm about to watch that tomorrow.
Not The Witcher Season 2, because Jerry's about to watch that tomorrow. If you have enjoyed this, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Please, as we always say, don't give us any spoilers. If we've missed things in this episode, feel free to talk about those, but don't talk about things we couldn't possibly know outside of the series. Remember to head over to allmaverick.com, where you can check out our videos, our blogs, our podcast. You can go to twitch.tv/allmaverick live, 9 p.m. on a Tuesday and Thursday British time. We are playing some of our favourite games. And down in the description below, there is a link to our Discord server. Why not come along, chat with us about films, TV, all that good stuff. Right.
You just need to record that, Alan,
Should we
one
go,
time,
guys?
and just press play at the end of each episode. Be a lot easier.
I do. It would be easier, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be a lot easier. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for watching this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we will see you in episode 8. I was going to say its name, but I don't know what it's called.
But, yeah.
So,
thanks for watching.
Yeah, that one. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.
See ya.